Wait for more people to get in here. Shit, I don't know. All right. What's up? 777. Yo, what's up? How y'all doing? Nothing much. Just getting back. I wanted to talk about the rebirthing process in a little bit, right? So that's what a lot gonna be about, like the topic. What's up? Good evening. Yeah, make sure you balance yourself out and you get ready to go back into the matrix. You know, word, man. Put on that spiritual armor. Keep grinding. You ever went to work with an open pineal gland? Like, that's a different experience. You just see something else, place. We're gonna keep going. Yeah, we're gonna talk about the rebirth process. Just my own intake on it, on what I think about that. You say pressure forms diamonds and bust pipes. That's what's up. You know that's how you unlock your DNA too. You can activate them superpowers with the pressure from diamonds and busting pipes. They can unlock your DNA if your body go through that, in a sense. Cause you seen it on Dragon Ball Z with Gohan when he was a little kid. They was messing with him, right? And they did stuff to him. So all it did was it made him transform. It's similar to the Hulk, like a little bit, but yeah, they put Gohan under pressure. I don't know if he turned into a volleyball or something like that, and he spiked him. I don't know, but he did something like that. What the fuck? And man, we're gonna keep moving forward, like the stars in the cosmos. Yeah, ain't that what I just said? I said the Hulk too. That's why he be like, you don't like me when I'm angry. You know what I'm saying? Because you can transform. It's like a beast form. They made video games about it and stuff like that. And I played them. It was like the golden age of video games. It was called Bloody Roar. They came out with a few of them, and they just basically had these people, like they had these animal forms and these human forms, right? And then like sooner or later they'll be able to change into like an animal or something like that, a beast form. That's what them people be getting like certain type of stuff like you know the beast form from wherever you may hear that. They be like they talk about something dealing with a beast. That's what they're talking about. You can tap into that using your DNA. Yeah, Dragon Ball Z raw. My favorite position. I just like to kind of sit on the throne and do my thing for a little bit. I'm being funny. Nah, it's not cold, man. I throw in this stuff that cause that's how I am. That's just the way that I like to, you know, get around. It's actually kind of hot. Not gonna keep the live going. I don't want no distraction. We're gonna talk about the rebirthing process. 'Cause that was in the Bible. All right, you can't actually decode stuff from the Bible. The rebirthing process. When they talk about you being born again, yeah, I like when like the hoodies and the jackets and stuff like that. It's just how I am. Hey, make sure y'all like this video up too. This live. Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you. You say sitting on the throne, looking down from it. I don't want to speak about that. Hey, hear no evil, see no evil. I mean, don't get offended by that. Get offended. Yeah, but they had that in the Bible, with you being born again in the rebirthing process. I don't really too much do social media like that. So it is really not a way to actually contact me at this point, unless like you may be certain type of people. Well, I don't really get on social media like that. If I did get on, what I do is I just post something and get off. You might see 11 a lot, 11 a lot, and stuff like that because it's tied to being your higher self. It's connected with your higher self. So when you may be more in the swing of stuff like that, you may still begin to see 11 pop up. So that this is a gate, it's a portal, right? It opens up and it connects you to your higher self, like I said before. It's just like if somebody see other angel numbers like a lot. You see the same number repeatedly. You just have to go look it up and see what it means, because they may be trying to tell you something. And behind each of these numbers, you can find like definitions and stuff like that. But you got to know what to look for. You don't want to know what not to look for. So you just type it in on Google, whatever angel number you see, keep seeing, and look up the definition behind it, and it'll tell you, something that has to do with your life, what you may be experiencing or something, your direct path. I'm not scared. It's connected to your higher self, so you could just be connecting with your higher self a lot more. So what happens is this gate just opens all the way up, and it just shoots and blasts you to your higher self in the divine. That's irrelevant. I'm just on here doing my thing and helping people out, and then I'm gonna leave. No problem. You may be surprised what you gonna actually see too when you search certain type of angel numbers up. You talking about weightlifting? I haven't lifted weights in a little while, but that's still within my body. That's something that was built within me when I was a little kid. Because I get weightlifting from, what I'm saying, like family and stuff like that. But in high school and stuff, being a little kid, I was up there. My name was in the newspaper and all of that, bro, in high school and everything like that. But I haven't been lifting recently. When I used to bench press in high school, it was like 325. I'm not making it up. 325 pounds. But the last time I went to the gym, I only got up to like 365 or something. I got up to 265. That's what I got up to. You know, I just kept going and going, and it was moving up. Yeah, I got up to like 265, but I haven't been to the gym in a while because I got stuff taking place. Yeah, I do that. I go working out. You know what I'm saying, with somebody. I the type to do that. Yeah, I went by myself a lot. Any of these gyms I go to, I always go to it by myself. But I haven't been in a while because I just it's a lot going on. But as soon as I get opportunity, yeah, yeah, yeah. I got my name was in the newspaper when I was a little kid, bro. Like I used to love weightlifting. Just overall growing up, I was more stronger than a lot of the people that was around me, and I thought that was pretty cool, man. Just being like a little kid, everybody we used to compete against each other. You know what I'm saying, in the newspaper and stuff, and then our names get put in there, and that's what I'm saying, basically what happened with me. I can't go right now though. I got a lot going on. But yeah, the rebirthing process. So let's say if you are still asleep right now at this point, right, in the matrix, what's happening is that you haven't been through the rebirthing process, right? You haven't been reborn again, right? You haven't found yourself. So you haven't went into the other body that you are connected to at this point. You're still living in the old version of yourself, right? In the old reality. So whenever you have a spiritual awakening, right? What may take place, it doesn't take place with everybody, but most of the time you go through like this spiritual death, or maybe you just end up finding this new transformation about yourself. But you may you may just have a spiritual death, right? Or you may not. But if you do, what is going to occur is that you are going to end up stepping into the new body, right? The new version of yourself. So when you have a spiritual awakening and stuff of that nature, what is taking place is that you are actually going to be reborn again. And that's what religion was actually really talking about. They was talking about people having a spiritual awakening with spirituality. That's what the book was talking about. When you are reborn again, what happens is that you step into a new body, a new way of being, dealing with life. Physically is different, even spiritually is different. But you also step into a new mindset as well. But a lot of people don't have a spiritual death, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I did say that, because you may have certain people out there that didn't have to die spiritually. You know what I'm saying? And they still was able to actually, step into their new body. But the rebirthing process and being reborn again from that book, it goes back to what is taking place now with a lot of different people here. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I love the women, bro. I love the women, bro. Most definitely. hmm that's connected to the dark night of the soul. Everybody doesn't experience that, man. Like I said, but that's what all that stuff is actually connected to as well with the rebirthing process. But a lot of people don't go through that. It's just it's some, and it could come in the form of like a ego death, which happened to me years and years ago. I had an ego death. This was years and years ago. So that's what I mean by when I say like you die spiritually. You know, because after that, all that stuff actually breaks down and it's done with. You just end up stepping into the new. You know, yeah, I appreciate that. I'm okay. I'm be on here for a little bit longer. Yeah, I went through that stuff years ago. The Dark Night of the Soul and the Ego Death. I went through that stuff years ago. It's actually real. I went through it by myself. It's something that I ain't never really tell nobody. But you know what I'm saying? A lot of people that's spiritual and about having a spiritual awakening, like they know that that's something that is connected to that. Yeah, and it's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some time for you to step into your new body. When you're going through the rebirthing process, right? It's gonna be different phases and stages. So it might take you a little time, or you could automatically unlock it. Well, it's gonna take a little time. So you have to go through stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna help end up helping you unlock your DNA and stepping into what I'm saying, a new version of yourself. Sometimes I think it could take weeks. It could take months. You know what I'm saying? Or it can take years. It varies. With whatever type of person. Everybody path different. Yeah, it is a tough process. It's just me just going through it by myself and knowing, what I'm saying, basically what I went through. Like it is a tough process, but it's worth it. So yeah, when you step into the new body, all that, what I'm saying, that stuff was actually worth it. So a lot of stuff it could be happening for a reason. You know what I'm saying? It's because you have a higher purpose and a higher calling. That's why you need to unlock your body through the rebirthing process. I just been focused on building my YouTube up and stuff. Building the ground back up. Really get on social media now. Like I don't no distractions and stuff. I connect with my supporters and stuff like if they write me sometimes. Sometimes I'll connect with them and see if they got any questions. What they want me to make a video about. Uh, of course, I want to kick it with a beautiful female, a beautiful woman. You know what I'm saying? But that's not my goal or my mission. I'm not, you know what I'm saying, getting on here to try to, you know what I'm saying, get with anybody. Now I'm just helping people out. I mean, from the picture, you do look cute. But I'm just focused on my YouTube. Plus, I don't want no distractions. Like any move I make, any type of move I make, bro, it had to be my next move. It had to be my best move. They getting blocked. Yeah, they just got blocked. I'm deleting these people left and right because we're not gonna get off path with this. You can be reborn in many different ways, though. You can be reborn again and have a rebirthing process just with just life in general, or you could just even just end up coming across the right video at the right time. So that's some other ways that you could have a rebirthing process, and then be able to, get into that new body, which is connected to the light body and stuff like that. Or, life in general, just different stuff, the situations that it could just be able to transform you. So you could be able to, have that rebirth. Yeah, when you have a spiritual awakening and you are reborn again with the rebirthing process, your pineal gland does open up along with that automatically. So that's one of the things too. That was a good question. That's something that I personally knew too, because automatically when I had a spiritual awakening, like I knew about the light body and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I knew I was reborn again. You know what that book was talking about. It's the real one. So I felt that I seen it. These people getting deleted. Yeah, all them people getting deleted. We're gonna keep this live jumping for a bit. You say who the deity is in my picture? It's just a few things that, you know what I'm saying, I could connect with, and that means a lot to me. You know what I'm saying, what I believe in and stuff. So that picture is tied to, you know what I'm saying, the type of stuff I believe in. It's just off of what I know. So it just have a great significance, if that's the correct words about it. It's Khnum, the creator deity of Egypt, like the creator of mankind, the world, the universe, and people. He's the god of water. He controls water. He has a ram head, a goat head, with a human body. Every goat that's alive, they connect with Khnum. Like I said, Khnum has reptilian DNA too because that's how you have a human body and an animal head. Because he got reptilian DNA. That's why if you look in a goat's eyes, it has that slit, just like a cat. That splice. And that's something that I found out, you know what I'm saying, just off of listening to somebody else. You know, as far as with the goat eyes and stuff like that. I heard them mention that. I always shout them out. Yeah, it just mean a lot to me, bro. It's no way you can fully stop game stalking, but you can learn how to battle against it. You know you can become a game stalker too, right? If people is game stalking you, you can become a game stalker. You know what I'm saying, for the chosen ones. You know, so but you don't want to be too bad about it, man. You don't want to just overdo it or nothing like that. You know, like it's just certain stuff that people do. Like you know you can do the same stuff too. You know, like but other than that, you can't fully stop game stalking. And unless you go to the police and file reports, you know what I'm saying, and you know how to connect the dots and all that, you're not gonna fully stop it, bro. What you can do is that you can play on it and you can make it a lot harder for them to actually be able to, mess with you in certain type of ways. You just gotta change up the way you do stuff and you know what you got going on, but you can slow it down. But if you want to get rid of it, you gotta get you gotta get information, and you gotta most likely you probably know most of y'all, some of y'all know, you know what I'm saying, who may be. So if you can get that done, then you can end game stalking if you know who is attacking you. Yeah, you just got to be able to exactly know like how to directly, yeah, how to directly find out who they is. But that's all I'm gonna tell about that. Cause gang stalking is actually a crime. It's illegal. You know what I'm saying? Gang stalking is actually illegal. And I don't know if y'all know that. Yeah, it's illegal. But it's so hard to prove, you know what I'm saying? Because people don't know how to connect the dots to the point to where you can come off as a crazy person, you know what I'm saying, to whoever when you're trying to explain the situation. So you gotta be able to know what you're talking about. You know, you telling the truth, they might try you and say that you crazy if you don't know how to connect the dots. But you can slow it down. You can make it slow down. Like that's what you can actually do. And then you can get on harder you know, just harder ways, to actually be able to get to you. But you gotta know how to switch up and you know what I'm saying, do what you do. Gang stalking is spiritual. It is physical, but it's a third eye experience. It's spiritual. So even though these people doing these physical things to you and stuff like that, all this stuff is actually spiritual. Hey man, I just block anybody, you know what I'm saying, that's not aligned to what I got going on. If you're not aligned to you know what I'm saying, this the energy level that I'm on, if it's low vibrate, then I'm just deleting it if the comments don't make no sense. Y'all gotta make sense when y'all get in here, man. Yeah, you can smell demons, you can smell ghosts. Of course you can smell them. Yeah, you can smell them. That's the other way I was finding them too, or it's because of the smell. It's like the stench and stuff like that too. So you can smell certain stuff that's spiritual. I smelled it. I was like, what is that? What what is that? What is this? Yeah, you can smell 'em. You can smell spirits. But the way that you have to do that is you got to unlock your nostrils, bro. They like, dang, what you mean you got to unlock your nostrils, your nose? You have to unlock that. And what I mean by that is that a lot of y'all smelling is still programmed. You know what I'm saying, by the system. So you can only smell past a certain point. You know what I'm saying? But when you unlock certain parts of your body, you can end up unlocking your smell to the point to where you can smell other stuff and you can know what it actually means. So when I smell stuff, like it's a new type of smell, because I had a spiritual awakening. So a lot of y'all knows is actually still programmed. You know what I'm saying, on what y'all be smelling from time to time. Maybe not overall, but somewhat. So don't just be going looking for stuff, but it's actually real information. Cause it took place for myself. What they talking about? Yeah, you get gang stalked in your dreams too. It's something that's happening on the other side as well. And that's one of the things that I was realizing because when I was going to sleep at that time, I was still going through gang stalking, even in my sleep. But what happened was it ended up leaving. Now when I have dreams and stuff, they be like regular dreams. Hey, you say your little baby opened my live. Hey, that's what's up, bro. Something in his soul just told him to just, just open it up. 'Cause it's actually a good live. I be looking at how breakthroughs and stuff, like break the ice. What I gotta say about game stalking is that dealing with the chosen ones, y'all protected by the divine and your angels and your ancestors and stuff like that. So if you're asking me, can game stalking, be something serious? Of course it can. Of course it can. You know what I'm saying? But if you're a chosen one, you know, and you know at this point about yourself and stuff like that, like you don't have nothing to be tripping over or worrying about, because you're protected by the divine. And I took psychedelics and stuff, and I went up there, like I went up there into a spaceship or something like that. I went up into a spaceship or something like that, bro, and it was other beings around me. So it's something else outside of this reality. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of helping us as well too. Nah, they ain't gotta pray. They ain't gotta do none of that, bro. They already protected. They're the children of the Most High, the children of the Son. Yeah, when you sleep and you getting gang stalked in your dreams, that's letting you know what's going on in your reality. And I knew that as well too. Thank you for bringing that up. Well, yeah, that's who is attacking you within this reality, or that is giving you trouble. If you have dreams about these people, how do you speak the source? You got to know how to connect with it and how to directly go to it. You got to know what it is and what to look for. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Even if you can't feel it or see it, you're being protected. You know what I'm saying, on a spiritual level. By other beings that don't have a body. And you know what I'm saying, I found stuff like that out. Through psychedelics. It shot me up. I was in this UFO or something. I was just looking down and I knew everything. But yeah, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Praying. You know what I'm saying? Because you wanna know who God is. You wanna be able to connect with that. So it's like I said, everybody know this information is hidden within. Amen. It's Amun Ra, and Amun Ra is connected to Canoe. 'Cause like I said, if you put your hands and stuff together, it looks like a boat, and it's tied to water, and water is tied to Canoe. Y'all already know that information. Everybody know that y'all worship something in plain sight. You may not know the reason for it, but you always heard it. It's tied to Amun Ra and stuff like that. It's the actual source. Signs come from everywhere, man. From the spirit guides and all that, the ancestors. It could be something that you hear, what I'm saying, on the radio, on TV. It could be something outside. It could be a lot of different stuff. It could be synchronicities as well. You know what I'm saying? And they don't even have to speak to you. You can just see stuff happening around you with synchronicities. You know what I'm saying? It's, dealing with angel numbers and, spirit animals and, just stuff like that. So they give you like little subtle signs. You just got to know how to decipher it, and you got to know what you're doing, and you got to know if they're talking to you or if this is something that's not the source. They try to talk to you all the time. You know what I'm saying? They try to get your attention every single day, every second. And you don't even know it. They try to talk to y'all all the time. It's like having a phone and you got a lot of missed calls. That's what happens when you ignore synchronicities. Just the universe trying to connect and talk to you. And it's been times to the point to where like this information is true because when I did ignore the signs and stuff, like you feel me, something took place. It's like you was ignoring the signs or whatever like that, and now we might be about to do this. Cause I went through a situation like later on that night, when I was ignoring synchronicities, and I kind of knew, what I'm saying, that I was a little bit on my path because I was going around and doing like the wrong stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like just with living and stuff like that, man. I was just living life. And what happened was, what I'm saying, they came in and they started doing like stuff around me and whoever I was with, and the person was like, something is attacking us and all this and that. They're the spirit guys. Remember, they not in regular bodies. They can come into regular bodies, but they're not in physical bodies. I'm gonna get off of it in a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna get off of it in a little bit. Yeah, the sun has a consciousness. People will tell you that with sun gazing and stuff like that, you may hear that in certain places. But it has a consciousness. You can tell that because, just overall dealing with the sun rays, and the light that actually emits from the sun and stuff like that. Like that's where light codes come from. So light codes hold information, and with that being said, that's how the sun is a conscious being. Because even when the sunlight hits your skin with melanin and stuff like that, it ignites. You know what I'm saying? And it sparks. It's basically receiving that level of information within your body and stuff. The vitamin D. If you got any questions on what you want me to talk about, you want to make a video about, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can write me on Instagram, and just ask me questions if y'all need help with something or you want to know something. Sometimes I get on there and what I'm saying, I'll be able to see about my supporters and if they have any questions, that they want to ask me. So yeah, you can write me on Instagram, man. Don't send me no BS. But you can write me on Instagram. It's Enoch the Freestyle Prince. Y'all can just write me or something. Yeah, a lot of y'all that that haven't been reborn again, y'all still living in a old way of living. You do know that, right? Hey, make sure y'all like this video up, man. Make sure y'all like the video up, so this message can get across to other people. Yeah. Don't try to call me though. Like that's the one thing that you feel me. I don't be too fond of is when people they'll just be calling me and and stuff. I just that's Well, if y'all got questions, yeah, bro, I help y'all out. Make sure y'all like it, man, so it can hit the YouTube algorithm. Yeah, no problem. You say thank you for opening my energy up. You thanking the people that's here too. Yeah, I kind of was having an out of body experience when I got on here. I even felt it. So what I'm saying, I knew I was just getting on here and just expressing my soul, my essence. No problem. Yeah, I've been consistent with the lives, man, because I wasn't really too much appreciative over the videos I was putting out. So it was like, man, just make one live, man. And something just took over me, man. I just ended up getting on live, and once I got on live the first time, something just kept telling me to go back. Well, yeah, I just been trying to put in work for these lives. Yeah, and when you have the rebirthing process and you are reborn again, that actually is a way out of this dimension. That's your way out. So once that happens, the third outer opening of that's y'all seal of protection, you know what I'm saying, from dealing with reincarnation and stuff of that nature. Yeah, them 3-minute videos, so that stuff wasn't cutting it, man. I was just sitting back at the end of the day, and it was times where I was like, man, dang, I don't feel like I'm giving it my all, but I had so much of stuff trying to stop me. So that's why that stuff ended up playing out like that. What's up? Then another neat thing about, what I'm saying, this rebirthing process and stuff like that, with you having this awakening, you gonna end up, just automatically appearing within the 5D. It just automatically just be there. And the new reality is nothing like the one that you lived before. It's something that is completely different. A whole nother experience. These lives is even longer than the videos. They longer than the other videos I was putting out too. Cause I don't been on here for a while, with certain YouTube videos. I used to make 30-minute videos of what the freak ever, but this is just, what I'm saying, going ahead and just getting straight to it. About to get off of here in a second. I just want to get on here, and talk about the rebirthing process of being reborn again. You know what I'm saying? Just dealing with spirituality. What's up? Light this video up. But at the same time I started dropping them short videos and stuff like that. Like they was connecting that to like Godspeed. Like I seen that somewhere and they was saying like, oh, your videos is Godspeed. I was like, that's pretty interesting, man. That y'all would come up with something like that. They said them short videos was Godspeed. That's what it was called. Angel numbers is something that's higher than life path numbers because it's coming from something outside of this the 3D. And life path numbers is something that's connected to this life and down here. So that's the difference between angel numbers and life path numbers. Is that you have angel numbers that's on the top right? It comes from, what I'm saying, up there, from, if you want to say, just the heavens. And, life path numbers, it has something to do with you just being in a human body, with life in general. That's a UFO behind me. It's over my head. It's you might not be able to see it. Let me make sure I can tap back into that. It was flashing behind me. It just flew over my head. Yeah, it is up there. I can see it. Yeah, it's up there flashing. I knew what it was when I seen it. I was like, what is that? It's a freaking spaceship. Oh yeah, they told me what this was, and I ended up finding out too. It said it was Naruto. It's just I'm a big fan. Nah, I don't know no words in Russian. I probably could learn something from somebody. I just know some of them, like, they have it's a certain type of accent. I like women that have like a certain type of accent about them. So I'd be willing to learn. I'd just be sitting there just trying to figure it out. It's like it's equivalent to like Spanish and stuff. I like how some of those people be sounding like the women be sounding and stuff. They be having no accents. I'm just being real, bro. When they have no accents and stuff. I don't know who this is. I'm finna block them people. I'm just blocking anything that's not aligned to, what I'm saying, the energy in the present moment. Your angel numbers is coming down. You drop it down from the skies, from up there. It's just appearing down here on the earth. But just overall dealing with life path numbers and stuff, like I said, it's something that's already been in its place. Like it's just connected to the earth. You've been saying 777, 7 what? I seen it a lot of different places too. I see it on houses and different stuff like that. I see it on cars. I seen it on certain buildings. And it's been for a while. So every time I seen it, I was like, oh, okay, well, that resonates with me. It's been as long as I've been on this spiritual path, though. You know what I'm saying? When it's been popping up. Yeah, angel numbers they come from outer space, bitch. They don't come from here. Hey, but yeah, man. Hey, look, I enjoyed talking to all of y'all. I enjoyed talking to all of y'all, man. This was a good live. Make sure y'all like this live and get this video out. But I'll get on here another time, another day. All right, man. I appreciate the support, man. It's Enoch 77. Peace. I'm out, man.